Hello everyone! So today's topic will be what to expect when you have new succulents. What to look out for, what's normal and what's not. So at least you'll know or at least alam natin kung anong dapat natin gawin after. No? So if there's something going wrong, we will know what to do. So please keep on watching and don't forget to like, share, subscribe. And don't forget to click that notification bell so that you will be updated with my new videos. See you in a bit!
Yeah, I keep drowning in those blue eyes, and you can tell me all of your lies. I will put out all of the fire if it gets too dark.
So one of the common questions that I usually get would be, Miss Dots, is this normal? Is my lawi why is my lawi drinking from the middle leaf or something like that, no? So there are so many questions and so many uncertainties when you have your new plants with you, especially if you're a new plant parent. So we will be discussing today ano-ano yung mga normal, what is normal and what is not. So, are you ready? So one of the few things to expect when you're when you have newly potted plants would be dried leaves sa bottom. So, mapapansin nyo, like this one, ayan, makita nyo, you will get like deflated leaves na matutuyo siya sa ilalim. Whether madami or konti, the mere fact that it's giving you dried leaves, so hindi siya mushy or hindi siya parang full, no? Hindi deflated yung leaf. That means it's good. Bakit? Kasi it means your plant is doing its job to create roots. So if you do get like leaves na eto no na nagda-dry up, then you're in good hands, ika nga. But if your plant starts dropping leaves na hindi deflated at saka nagiging yellowish or translucent or nagiging mushy, then there is something wrong. So that could possibly mean nabasa siya or moist yung soil. So if it does happen, what do you do? For me, what I would do is I would take out the plant from the soil and air dry it again. It will give the plant time to recover at saka para hindi tamaan yung stem just in case it is the moisture that's causing the problem. Next behavior would be air roots. Kung mapapansin nyo, lalo na sa panahon ngayon, tag-ulan at saka malamig ang panahon, you will notice that you might have more air roots than roots under the soil. And that is because hindi pa nga tayo nagtutubig sa kanila for 1 to 2 weeks bagong pot sila. So, hahanap sila ng moisture wherever they can. So, usually, mahahanap nila yan sa hangin sa atin dahil we are a tropical country and there's more moisture in our air than anywhere else. Basically, para tayong mermaids na humihinga ng tubig dito sa Pilipinas. So, that is what happens. So, if you notice that you will have air roots, then that's okay. What's not okay is yung roots hindi na nag-grow sa ilalim. Then, there's something wrong. So, what do you do? What I do when I get air roots is that I know it's time for me to start giving water because nag-roots na nga siya sa ibabaw. So, ibig sabihin, kaya niya na rin mag-root sa ilalim. The only reason why it's not rooting under the soil is because there's not enough moisture. So, since mas na-detect niya sa hangin yung tubig, dun siya nag-grow. So, if I do see air roots, then it's time for me to water. Regardless whether na-meet ko na yung 2-week mark or hindi. Another thing to look out for when you're trying to establish your plant or acclimatize your plant is of course the stem. Sometimes you would see browning on the stem or nag-iiba yung color ng stem. Then, that is something to be alarmed about. Hindi siya nagdi-discolor lang for no reason at all. Usually, meron na siyang underlying condition and nag-worsen na siya. So, sometimes, especially like this one is a Graptopetalum amethystinum. And unfortunately, biglang nag-start mag-shrink parang wrinkly yung stem niya and maging hollow sa loob. So, ang nangyari, nag-start mag-deteriorate yung plant. So, hindi siya nakakainom ng water and hindi siya nag-e-establish. So, what do you do when this happens? What I do is, the first syempre, di ba, binabantayan siya every other day or every day or kayo bahala, every week. Basta the moment you see any discoloration of black or brown on the stem, what I do is I first touch it. Itatry ko siyang i-touch kung lumalambot ba siya or hindi. Kasi sometimes yung stem mukhang okay, pero pag hawak mo, wala na palang laman sa loob. So what I do is I touch the stem if it's mushy or not. Pag medyo malambot siya and I see discoloration or parang parang nag-shrivel na siya, I cut agad. So, kung mali man ako, at least okay lang, na-propagate ko na siya agad. Kung tama naman ako, na-save ko siya. So, yun yung number 1 na binabantayan ko sa, part of the things, no, priorities na binabantayan ko pag nag-a-acclimatize ako or nagpapa-acclimatize ako ng bagong halaman. Next thing to look out for would be the leaves. So, sometimes, nakakalimutan nating i-move yung halaman natin to a spot na it gets only bright shaded area pag bago sila. So, what happens is that A, it burns, or B, it burns. So, if it does happen to you, na nakalimutan yung ilagay yung halaman sa less sunny part ng inyong garden, don't be scared kasi usually nakakabawi naman sila. All you have to do is take them out from that area and put them in a spot wherein they get better filtered sunlight, no? So, hindi ganun ka-harsh yung sunlight. And be careful with them because when they're at this weakened state, they are more prone to fungal infections and other diseases. So, please be more careful kapag nasunugan kayo ng bagong halaman. Next issue to consider. Usually, when you get plants, some of them, no, would not be in their best condition. Like this Conophytum bilobum. When you get them, usually sobrang wrinkly talaga sila. Sobrang swerte mo na kung makakuha ka ng bilobum na puno or plump na plump, ano. So, if in this case, no, what do you do when you get severely dehydrated plants? So, usually, ibang tao, ginagawa nila with a water therapy. But for me, hindi ko po talaga sinasuggest ang water therapy sa mga bagong halaman dahil nga, they are at a weakened state. So, instead of doing water therapy, what I do is I just pot the plant as is, no, and then I start giving a little bit of water after a week of potting it. So, around the brim of the pot, hanggang sa makabawi siya. And I will make sure na mas babantayan ko siya than the rest of the pack. So, kung usually naman, pag bumibili kayo, hindi lang naman isa, dalawa, or tatlo, minsan 10, minsan 20, di ba? So, siya yung parang medyo mas babantayan ko. Next issue would be black spots. So, sometimes, there would be plants that you will get na medyo may black spots. But that doesn't necessarily mean na fungus na siya. So, sometimes, yung mga black spots na yun, like this one, and I'll show you the zoom-in shot of this one. This one could be leaf damage or leaf edema. So, it usually happens kapag nagkaroon ng inconsistency sa dilig or something like that, ano? Or na-damage yung plant somewhere along the way dun sa farm nila. And that is perfectly normal. All you have to do is wag agad magpanic, wag agad maglagay ng pesticide or ng fungicide. Observe first. So, if you notice that, okay, meron dito sa isang leaf na to, what I will do is first isolate the plant sa ibang mga halaman just in case na it is fungus. I-isolate ko siya and I will observe. Kapag hindi naman kumalat or dumami yung black spots, then I will just leave it be. Ayan. So now, what will you do if you do have a lot of mushy leaves? Let's say parang ito na biglang nagtubig yung bottom leaves niya. Anong gagawin mo? So, number 1, I will take out all mushy leaves. So, I'll just pluck it out. Pluck out everything kasi whatever it is going through, na-overwater na siya. So, tinatanggal ko na yan para ma-avoid na kumalat yung pagtutubig, ano? Para maiwasan kumalat ang pagtutubig. And I will make sure that the plant is dry and will get ample sunlight. So, at least with this one, i-isolate ko lang siya. Ilalagay ko siya sa isang lugar na maliwanag pero hindi direct. So, minsan ako, pag ganito, pasok sila sa grow light para hindi nakakasunog yung kanilang ilaw, but at the same time, they will get the energy that they need to recuperate and to get better. So, paano naman kung yung leaves niya, kung yung plant ay umiinom sa leaves kung na nasa gitna? So, sometimes you will get that experience from alawi, or like this one. This one is my giant rubidona, and it has started drinking from the center leaves or the middle leaf. Ayan. Nandito siya sa gitna, ano. So, what I do is, I just let it ride. I'm not scared. Sometimes may topak talaga sila. Pakakabahin kayo. They would sometimes scare you off. Talagang, they would make you go panic a little. So, pag ganyan, basta as long as the leaf, it's deflating, or iniinuman niya, the plant is drinking from the leaf, then I am not worried. I would get like discolorations like this, no? It would turn light yellow or a little bit orangey and translucent, and it's not an issue for me as long as the plant is deflating or the leaf is deflating. Then I know it's just drinking and acclimatizing. Most probably this is because it is now parang medyo high winter na nila where they came from. So in Korea, they are now experiencing 0 to below 0 temperatures, and then here it's kind of still warm considering from where they came from. So if that's the case, then I just let her do her thing. All I have to do is just talagang babantayan ko. I will just have to look in the center and the stem. So I will have to check the stem and the center if they are okay. If there is any discoloration in the stem or any changes, I see any signs of rot, then I uproot and cut as fast as I can para ma-save yung growing part ng plant. Next issue would be ethiolation and bukang-buka. So, if you notice, no, when you buy plants, sometimes kapag medyo na-delay yung shipment, pagdating sa inyo, bukang-buka na siya or nagiging severely ethiolated. Nakitang-kita nyo na yung leeg nung halaman. Lalo na kung echeveria, tapos nagmukha na siyang graptoveria or graptopetalum sa haba ng inethiolate niya. So, what do you do when this happens? So, what I do is, I just take care of it like a regular plant, no? And I wait for it to grow new leaves and form a more compact rosette. And then when this happens, what I will do is ito, like this one, after siguro 2 more months, candidate na siya sa pugot. Pwede ko nang pugutin tong part na to and replant it. And the area na pinagpugutan ko will just create more pops, and then there's more heads for me to enjoy. So there, yun yung mga pwede nating asahan na mga behavior, no? Or these are the things that we can expect our plants to behave while they're acclimatizing or while they're still establishing. So don't be scared. You know, we have different plant groups there. Meron tayong TSCP to help you out if you do have any concerns. And enjoy gardening. You know, learning is part of the journey in our plant parent life. I hope you enjoyed watching, and please don't forget to choose to be kind, everyone. Bye!
I knew at first that